Hi everybody, it's Jennifer here, back again from Curious Moon Design. Really excited today. We're going to show you our second pack for junk journaling. This is a full kit and it will be available on our new Etsy store, Curious Moon Design. So let's jump in, let's go through this new pack. This is Far East. This is inspired by travels, particularly around parts of Asia. It's got this nice kind of contradiction to it where it's got these really vintage elements that I know you guys will love, but there's already kind of a there's kind of a contemporary feel about it as well in parts. So this is the first full design page. We've got these nice botanical drawing here that really brings out this pop of colour, and these postcards, a nice negative here, which if you're not using this as a full page design, this one will like cut out quite nicely, and I'm sure you guys can do some really creative things there. A lot of the photography images you'll see in this are actually my own images from my travels, so there's an authenticity there to those ones. And we've got the idea of adventure and exploring with the boots right here. Okay, so on the back of this one we've got some of our plain line pages, excuse me. So they have been colour washed with these really nice like brights, reds, and kind of like this old tea stained effect, just to bring a pop of colour of something really different. And this is one of the other full page designs. Here we've got this really cute hummingbird that we'll be looking for all those kind of tropical flowers. Again, the negatives are picked up here. This idea of perhaps maybe using old film and the old Polaroids, which have some of my own images in there. So this one reads On the Road Again. And we've got this really nice kind of journal element here. It says time after time. So, you know, if you were giving it as a gift, there's space there for someone to make their own notes, because perhaps you could make something up for someone as a travel diary or travel journal, you know, looking to the future where we'll be traveling again and seeing all different sites. So that's maybe a nice kind of hopeful thing to make for someone. And again, this one's got some of the pages on the back just to show you guys how it might work in a folded design. This one here, it's got some of the nice floral patterns. This pattern here actually is from a photograph in a temple in Vietnam. These really beautiful native flowers in the design. That really makes the background pop of these little kind of like note areas. And there's lots of like torn papers here where people might be making notes. This one has a really nice textural design. This is kind of Hessian. So you might even want to, there's a tag that has this Hessian design in the pack, and you know, you could play around with this. Think about what you might want to print this on to try and really get that textural element to really pop. And again, we've got some more of the plain paper with the different dyes on them, different colours there. This one has got a really nice mandala on it, really beautiful design at the bottom that will work really nicely in a half page and kind of like bleeding through the design. And then on the side we've got this note on the side, feeling the earth beneath my feet, the possibilities were endless. I think that really captures that amazing sense of holidays and travel, that kind of freedom to explore. We've got some nice different elements in there. Okay, so on this one we've got the dyed effect again, but we've got a different stamp on here. So this has got the canoe on there, the kind of fishing boats. So it's just it's a nice little faded design. So obviously you can still write over that and use that in any way you want. And again, we've got the different dyed lined paper on the back there. So obviously you can print these how you guys want. It's just as an example to show you how they might fold up nicely using all the different pages in the pack. So then we're moving into like different pop of colour here, some nice oranges, following the mandala theme again, and lots of spaces to write little notes throughout this journal, because obviously we're kind of going for the feel that maybe it's a travel journal. So it's got that nice space there that you can kind of create it to be what you want, essentially. Oh yeah. And then we've got the canoe fishing boat design coming through again. Really nice bold one at the top there, and then kind of fading away, getting smaller. And we've got this really beautiful print with some text in the background here. Again, following that design through, so it's kind of picked up throughout your journals. And then we move on to the pattern pages. This one has some of the smaller mandala designs that can be seen throughout the pack. And then they've kind of been distributed through these nice different pops of colour. So this is a kind of more of a yellowy tone one. And then we've got a really bold green damask kind of print. So this is really lovely. This has been darkened around the edges to really kind of get that vintage feel. And that'll work beautifully as a full page. You know, maybe you could layer some things on there. I mean, the nice kind of Hessian designs would work on there as well. I think that's a really beautiful colour. And then another pattern page here, because there's lots of patterns in these kind of designs, and I think it's nice to kind of pay tribute to that through the journal. So this is another one that you can use full or cut up. And then we move on to the ephemera. These are some pockets that pick out designs from the full pages. And we've got some really nice tabs here that you can use at the top. They'll stick out really lovely, and they've got a nice border on them to really make them pop. Those should fold up lovely. And then here we've got some more page tabs. I mean, you can use these, you know, however you see fit. You guys make all sorts of wonderful creative things, so it's just providing you with some different things to try out. I mean, you could back them up, maybe have them coming out of a pocket with something extra on them. So there's a lot of them on there for you to play with, and they all pick up the designs that are throughout the pack, all the different patterns. And here, I mean, for me, this is a key element of traveling, is collecting all those ticket stubs and stamps and different things. So I think this fits really beautifully with the theme of the pack. We've got some really nice stamps in here, lots of different colours, really vibrant, kind of really picking up on that nature theme. Like we've got the hummingbird in there as well. So these, you've got a good for you to kind of like pick out and play with. And we've obviously got the openings there that you could attach with string, back them with card, you know, have something really kind of textural, lots of little different elements coming out. As travel diaries often are, they're often, you know, packed with all different kinds of memories. So these tags here, this is the Hessian tag I was saying about, that you might want to play around with what you print that on. We've got these printed on quite thick cardstock here, just so I can show you the full designs. These ones here, these are all my own photographs from travelling. So they're from Vietnam, Bangkok, lots of different areas, and I've kind of like picked up a lot of the floral elements because they bring that nice touch of colour there. And some more tags. I think it's really important to have lots of tags in a travel journal. You're kind of wanting to pinpoint things, and you're wanting to highlight things, make little notes, and they're just really cute, fun ways to do that with. These ones have more of a green tone, picking up from the first design page with the botanical drawing and the postcard. And then over here we've got the little hummingbird again, some of the postcards and the film negatives. And here, these are some nice kind of like bookmark page tabs, really bold designs on these ones. So these might really pop well on some of the plain pages. You can kind of really lift them, and these ones have these nice kind of like bold edges to them. So there's really a lot of variety for you to play with in here. Really excited to see what you guys do with this one. Here we have a postcard. So So it's just got a little message about arriving safely. We've got the airmail on there and the stamp. And then obviously there's a plain one you can use. So to go with this one, we have some more of my photographs that you can use to back them. I mean, I'm sure you guys have got some. We always end up taking too many photos, don't we? Especially in this digital age. So, you know, you can create what you want with that. This just gives you something to play with, that you can make something instantly. You could also print them smaller, use them with different things in the pack. But you can make them your own, you know, perhaps you've travelled in these kind of areas, perhaps it's something you've always wanted to do and you want to capture the feel of it. There's really like a lot of scope there for you to play with. Here is the tickets page, nice and bright, lots of the elements that you've already seen throughout the full page designs. So we've got lots of different things that you can make additions to. Maybe have some on string hanging out of the journal. And then we also have a words page with a lot of things that you would associate with the Far East pack. We've got the trek, we've got adventure and journey, the idea of creating memories, and that's printed on this kind of like, it's already got a texture on there for you, but again, it's all up to you with what you want to print it on. At some stage on the Etsy shop, and this will be something you want to look out for perhaps, is that we're going to do a tea stained page pack. So you guys have already got some pre-tea stained things, because I know not everyone has time to do those. So if you look out for those, you might be able to print some different things on those as well. I've also made something a bit different to go in there, playing on the idea of a passport. We've got these travel papers. So this is the outside that you can perhaps print on something harder card, and then we have made inserts to go inside. So these can be folded, and they've got that really nice textural element that we associate with passports. So you could have a lot of fun with that, because obviously this one will fold over. And then you can bring in these elements. And then we've got the plain ones here for the backing. So you don't have to have any white space. You can back those up, and that will give a real impact to what you make. So that might be a cute thing to make for someone, a little mini passport to have in there. Because obviously these are all designed on A4 pages, but you guys have the freedom by, you know, looking in your printer manual and checking your print settings. Maybe you want to make something smaller. You've got the freedom to do so with that. Yeah, so I really hope you like that. And last one in here is the telegrams. So switching back a little bit to that more vintage feel. We've got these nice telegrams saying you've arrived safely, and the weather is really nice, and they're missing people. So this bit on here, this textural element, is again so you can back them, so you don't have to have any of the blank space. So you can use that on either of those. So that is the Far East pack. Really hope you guys like that. Really interested to see what you make with it, and what we'll do is we'll have a run through of one that Anne has put together, and we can show you how we've used the pack, all the different designs, and we'll go through that with you at a later date. But that's the new one. That's Far East. Really hope you like it. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye guys.